They thought he was caught and off the streets.
Former alleged victims of the man now suspected of the murder of David and Vivian Bauman are talking about their brush with an alleged killer.
Javante Higgins is accused of breaking into the couple's home 1 month before the Kentwood murders, stealing their keys and driving off with their truck and crashing it while running from police. Last they knew, Higgins was in the hospital recovering from critical injuries. They were shocked to learn he walked away from that hospital and now stands accused of murder.
24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks spoke with them tonight about this. Leon?
Brian and Sue, good evening. Those alleged victims were assured that after leaving the hospital that this suspect would go straight to jail and then to prison. An impossibility, they thought, that he could possibly hurt someone else. It was evening time, their door left open, their truck out front, so they thought, until a police officer came knocking and told them their truck was not in their driveway on 52nd Street in Wyoming, but here, smashed after a police chase, almost beyond recognition, into a tree in Kentwood.
I said, oh my God, our truck's gone.
They would learn that the critically injured driver was Javante Higgins, a man they first thought they'd want to reach out to.
And I just wanted to let him know that, I forgave him.
But then they learned of his laundry list of criminal history, convicted of home invasion, even stealing a car before. Rested assured they were, though, that he would be headed from hospital bed to jail cell.
I thought for certain he wouldn't be out on the street.
I just assumed there would be somebody outside his room.
But that's not how it happened. Prosecutors didn't authorize the warrant immediately, instead deciding to wait for his release to arrest and book him. That way the county doesn't have to guard him and pay his hospital bills. But then one day, way before police thought he'd be released from the hospital, Higgins decided, against doctor's orders, police say, to walk out of the hospital on his own. The hospital called the police as they'd agreed to, but by the time the police got to the hospital, Higgins was in a cab and gone. You think your officers did everything they could?
They did everything possible that they could. There's only one person responsible for the deaths of those people, and that person would be held responsible. The detectives did their job.
I feel bad for the couple.
And their families.
And their families. That's it. I don't believe he should have been out of his bed. He should have been detained, at least to the point where he couldn't leave the hospital.
Fast forward only a few weeks to this gruesome crime scene. Same suspect, the similarities striking, the major difference devastating. A broken into home, people inside, car stolen, ditched and damaged. Only this time there were casualties. David and Vivian Bauman, shot dead, murdered inside of their own home.
Eventually I'm probably going to start crying. Like I'm trying to hold back now, but I mean, that poor family.
And the big unknown yet tonight from police and the authorities as we try to get some answers as to what happened there is how much time passed between when the hospital alerted authorities that they were going to release Higgins and when the authorities actually got on the scene. We don't know exactly how long a time there was there. Higgins is also accused of breaking into another house on 52nd Street the same day that he hit the Davis's home. Reporting in studio control, Leon Hendricks, 24-Hour News 8.